What do you think went wrong in our campaign, in our whole campaign? What went wrong?
Okay, when you did kind of FA, no, let me use the Ghana FA, the leadership of the Ghana FA. They had no business in bringing Milovan Rajevac back to Ghana.
Okay.
That's the first point. Obibe Sam Sad Intina Okasa. The kind you push the panic button no, too early. Say all the facts in your hand as the Black Stars said the tier summary. And now say all over the world, Ghanaians that qualify to play for the Black Stars, all facts now. Then that determines what you need to do for your national team. Now, if the FA in its wisdom, after the normalization committee handing over the reins of administration to the new administration headed by Oraketo Krikuno, I don't see the panic in sacking Kwesi Appiah and the need in sacking Kwesi Appiah at that time. Well, Bia Omunim Bibia na yemu bi yenim. But when they took over, now we decided it's almost sacking Kwesi Appiah. They should have a clear vision and a clear plan that in my next 4 years as leader of the FA or leaders of the FA, saying a person a national team into Sani pass Messi way a fitty into the bill in going into doing our agenda. The American batches ultimacy. The American say you take over from a new an old administration. Now, who leader you need to set out clear your vision, how you want our national team to look like going forward in the next 4 years. So, I know never the kind of coach I should go for. But what we saw, ni say, Omoba na no, the Omuhu ya ni say, Omopamu Kwesi Appiah. Reasons best known to them. Omopamu Kwesi Appiah swa. They only went for his assistant. First of all, that does not make sense to me. Me, it does enchre me nyansa sembia. Reason benti na odi yi Kwesi Appiah, odi ma Sikiakono. Maybe you wanted to build a new blaster. You wanted to build a new national team. Inti ahono yin idea support to ma. Inti me so I never criticize Sikida. In all his successes and failures, Ibian the American say, "O my entire because leader no be a onim or ye be a any." All of a sudden, Yehuyan say, "You see, seeking to me if I am called Boshasa so into the Yampamu Sike. Yapamu Sike. The question I want to ask every Ghanaian this morning is a coach who came in somewhere 2009 and left 2010. Sa coach, 11 years down the line, what has he achieved to merit his return? Yes, Milo was successful with Ghana at all fronts. Let's accept that. But have you also compared the kind of players and the materials we had at our disposal at the time Milo was there? Have you compared? Now, in going for Milo, 10 years or 11 years after, you need to know what he's been able to do in the period when he left Ghana.
That's a big question.
His comeback. All we were just doing is his past record with Ghana. That's all we were doing. We did not give any reason why Milo should come back. All we said was that he came to Ghana and he did well. So 10 years, even if he's not good, Yanko Fano. But Brenya, Bibi are very me know how people think. Brenya, me know Kaseria and Macau, baby, Mesakawa. Made me 10 years ago, audios best and you. Now, maybe 10 years ago or 11 years ago, picture, Diabro. One we say, the same one.
Massive changes to all of us.
In
the way we think, the way we do things.
Look, football has evolved. It never be brain has some of football. A coach who was demanding $70,000. Numpoye purchase a meeting halfway, left the job and says, I'm coming back 10, 11 years later, maybe 30,000. That doesn't make sense. I mean, into the first failure started with we are appointing Milo as the head coach. That's why we failed. And then number two, FA president meets the press and assure Ghanaians, say, I am bringing in somebody who is tried and tested.
No
time for Matramakwe. And this came from me. I mean, I did this. I introduced this in Ghana football. At the time when I said it, I said, after ANAS, after normalization, we need to take our football, but we should give the football to somebody who is tried and tested. That's what I said. But the FA president used it in a negative way against one of our own. He took a swipe on Sike Akono, a former national team player, a former coach of the Black Stars, a former captain of the Black Stars, a former captain of Wolfsburg, a former coach of Dreams FC. You reduce him to nothing. Because when we say Biani, old refined wine, you took a swipe on one of your own. Nene or Diako. Then thirdly, instead of say one kasa the materials at our disposal, now we say we have a young team, an inexperienced team, in the government, a modest, we taking the Ghanaians into a modest journey. You assured Ghanaians that with Milo we are going to win the cup. You said with Milo there, because he's trying and testing, you raise the expectation of Ghanaians. Unlike what we did in 2015, when we came back from World Cup 2014, after our disastrous showing, even that, you see, Avram, go and do well. And he took us all the way to the finals. This is but where the 25 million budget because sure Mampany, sure the whole nation, Africa corporate bodies, when you do this, just have to take the blame and say, we are sorry, and let's move on. That is all I can see. In the mean, per se, may go deep as to, because first of all, you fail by appointing a good manager for the Black Stars. Indeed, Milo has no business in coming back. And for me, as work as the leadership and Milo. That's all I can say.
But this morning, the conversation is whether to keep Milo for our World Cup qualifiers.
Unfortunately, I don't have we need the contract and what is this. But you see, it's also another, these are some of the things I don't see how the FA took some of the decisions. If you have an AFCON, now a World Cup qualifier, so that we anymore. Me appointed coach now. My man a task to do well at the AFCON in order to continue. So that in Kenya, there's a clause that terminates the contract right away. Now, AFCON, now World Cup, who will do this? No, but who will do this? Let's be serious. If a coach can beat Comoros, but he can beat 10 best teams, one of the 10 best
teams on the continent.
Oh, come on, please, let's just be serious. Mino has no business in coming to Ghana. In fact, let's just be fast. Yankano I don't want to go into players' collapse and things that we have heard and things that we know. Look, I'm out for the catcher say, the year politics, and I say because you are the opposition. They say name put my main kind of say Mr. Uraka to cricket room and you say enemies in the enemy side, enemy side and any me or say Palma nominee, and I am enemy side, those who lost are his enemies. Intino, Yankano Krenche, Union. So some of the collapse in itself are questionable. A lot of players, look, why didn't we have a bit of shop in this thing? The India. Reason
my reason.
Bernard Mensah Monia, they didn't the India. After Don Camunum, they didn't the India. Reasons living in the Yantias here. In the collapse, young can want some India me did say coach, also until the coach you take a blame for it. Okay, Brenya, Mamin Kancho. When I said there's no time for my Tramakwe. People didn't understand me. And Ket and Co turn it around to take a swipe on one of our own. But they should just use that word for themselves. The leadership should use that. Because if it's not for Matramakwe, the weather conditions in Qatar today is around 22 degrees.
Yeah.
How would you pick somebody from a winter weather to take him to training camp at 22 degrees and go and play in 32 degrees weather? And wouldn't you mean minutes?
Asemo.
When I was in Yaka, I was Montias. Experience, you know. People have forgotten, say, Sakomoro's team, we let Blaster to come and play 0-0 in their home.
Derby.
So,
A small island, our population less than 900,000.
No, population as a population there is Fabi.
So they can have a big land size and population.
Baby. Only one street.
Like and subscribe and click on the notification. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwa.